welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. Bottom left hand corner, we got Dewalt starting as the teal Protoss. Bottom right hand corner, we got Bonyth starting as the pink Protoss. This is on Fighting Spirit Mania. This is going to be game 3 of the second set. Dewalt currently has won 2, both on Dark Templar, which might encourage Bonyth to maybe open up more 2-gate Observer. Honestly, after game 1, game 2, I would absolutely open up 2-gate Observer rather than risking a 3-gate opener or anything along those lines, or maybe even open up DT myself. Part of it is again, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and so this is about the long haul overall in this series. So it's, at a certain point there is variance, but it's, I want to say there is a little bit of rock, paper, scissors when it comes to PvP and ZVZ, but I gotta say, over 7 sets of 7, maybe played twice, if Dewalt manages to find a way to win 4 of these sets, all of that variance kind of pushes to nil, right? And we do have a declarative, okay, this guy was the best in this period in time. That's the other trick of it, is it's in this period in time. So it's like for that moment of whatever level of practice these players had out, they were the better player. Anyway, looks like we are going to see at least an initial gateway down for both players. We'll have to see if they open up a second gate. This is the pylon a little bit off position, but it looks like we do have an assimilator plop down both ends. I'm waiting to see if either player opts to go for the unsafe route and try to skip the initial zealot. That is something I will often see pro gamers do, and it goes unpunished. And I'm not sure if that's just because of their higher level of micromanagement, or if they just have a way to beat it as far as the follow-up. Maybe they practice it, or they're just cutting corners. Cybernetic score in very scalable position here for Bonyth. The probe's going to be able to sneak right in with the initial pass, and might even be able to hang around and see whether initial zealot's produced. Initial zealot is queued. Initial zealot on the opposite side queued as well, and that was a nice adjustment from Bonyth, recognizing that probe came in a little bit too rapidly to come from cross position potentially, and so making his way back to bottom left. Actually, I'm not sure that's 100% the case, but I'm going to pretend like it's the case because it makes interesting commentary. Zealots oftentimes both producing, I think, as well, because sometimes you get that informational, able to get some informational blockade. Probe getting some harassment on the gas line both directions, both of them hanging about. We have Dragoons queued up. Thus far, we are identical builds. Been a minute. And a lot less likely because of, well, okay, range is queued up. I was about to say a lot less likely to see DT both directions. This probe escorted out. Is the Zealot going to keep pursuing, though? Zealot's still pursuing. Probes are faster. And a second gateway dropped as the Dragoon moves up to position. No second gateway as of yet for Dewalt. Instead, going for an additional pylon. So this will be an interesting play. So we got 2 gateways up, still no. Okay, there's the additional pylon behind this for Bonyth with range. Might be 1 gate. Yeah, I was about to say, I think it might be 1 gate robo for robotics. We got a comment from Piano in chat, shout out to him, that the pylon positioning does allow for a shield battery here, where I do have to admit with Dewalt's positioning, getting a shield battery to a forward defensive slot a little bit less likely. In the meantime, 2 Dragoons and a Zealot staged towards the front. Bonyth also staging a little bit forward, but also getting a pylon here at the 6 o'clock location. That's a very early pylon to put at that location, though, in my opinion. That's his 4th pylon, and that's pylon that will be powering supply. That feels somewhat risky, especially at a lower ramp position. While it provides some scouting information at the same time, doesn't it? Does it not risk being taken out? And a bit of liability. Bonyth moving out with 4 Dragoons and a Zealot. The probe making way mid-map. I think he just saw the edge of that and is exiting. He's going to see the pylon to the south. 3 Dragoons currently in position, and Dewalt might get caught here. He's going to have to certainly exit to his high ground to defend. The high ground differential will give him a bit of defense, but he needs to get there. trying to eliminate that initial zealot. Has made his way, now has to rely on the high ground misfire rate since he's down to Dragoons. So now we're even, 2-2. Is he going to be able to hold? The Dragoons get in now. And there's GG from Dewalt. Oof. Yeah, just got caught in the transition. Wow, what a great play from Bonyth there, recognizing the situation that it was in fact one gate robotics somehow. And I think that was actually a risk on his part. He was going to push in, then he's like, I see the amount of Dragoons you have. I know that I have a game-winning scenario. Pushed in. You can see the build time that it was going to take. And plus forward reinforcements coming out from Bonyth. So Bonyth able to score a quick victory right there and showing that he's extremely deadly regardless. That's actually interesting. I hadn't thought about that up to this is why I love watching some of these, is kind of discovering things as we go. I hadn't thought about the fact that if you go 2 gate and your opponent goes 1 gate observer and then into 3 gate like this, you actually get a game-winning scenario here. Like the 1 gate observer with the follow-up 2 gate, you get the observer out a little bit faster when you have like that slight tech advantage. I'm being informed by Worst that this is classic Bonyth stuff. But yeah, great timing here from Bonyth. Classic victory. Classic. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.